Hey Colin, it's Bree with Northland Marketing. As promised, just wanted to go over the landscaping company now and what I've found here. So starting with your website, this one is a lot more professional. It's definitely better looking. There are ways to improve, but this one is far better than the dog website. So if we take a look at the top here, I love that you have the reviews right away and where you serve. I do think this is all still a little busy, but there's a lot of good information here. I like that you have it broken up into tree services, masonry, and lawn care services instead of just one service drop down because that could get busy. And you have gallery reviews page. You have close to a keyword right off the bat. This isn't quite the keyword, but it is close to it, which is good. Oh, you're members of the CGKA. We actually did their website as well. So you have tree removals, patios and walkways, excavation. Okay, so you've got your main focuses listed first, and then some more of your services, some photos, testimonials, which is great. Love that you've got a video. Okay, so on this site definitely needs more content. We're nowhere near like 1,500 words, so we definitely want some more content on here. And the reason you want content is because Google uses these crawlers, and these crawlers come through and they read the content and they try to figure out what areas you serve, what services you offer. And the more content you have, the more you're going to look like an expert in their eyes. In addition to this, you want to have enough content to have keywords in there, and you don't want the keywords to be on top of one another. So there's not really a whole heck of a lot of keywords anywhere else other than just at the top, and that was close to a keyword, but not the exact one. So definitely want more content, definitely want some keywords in there. At least the design is looking good on this site for now. I also love that you're available 24/7. I think that opens up a much broader range because a lot of landscaping companies aren't. Now, if we did a Google search for something like landscaping company CT, and I know you have lots of services in specific areas, and when we get into the proposal, I will break that up specifically, but I'm just going to keep this a little bit more broad so you can see some of the things I'm talking about. If we did a search for landscaping company CT, one of the first things you will see is a sponsored section, and this is called the Google Guaranteed section. It is a new type of Google ad. I'm not sure if you've run them before or not. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. All of our landscapers get such killer results from this. So highly recommend this. This is something we can help you with as well. Below the Google business profiles again, obviously we've got innovative as he's a big one locally at the top here. And we want to get into the top 3. Same thing I was talking about in the other video. You want to really interact with your profile. You want to post to it, get photos to it, get the reviews, constantly interact with this profile. And you want to have your name, address, and phone number in online directories to help create some trust and proof online. Next, we have the organics. And the first one that's going to show up is a CT post, which is not a landscaper company. This is just a blog article, so I'm going to scroll by it. There are these new questions, these new AI questions, which can help a lot of people who will go to these. So figuring these out and having them as FAQs is super beneficial. The first real website is going to be general landscaping, so let's take a look at them. Okay, so looking at their site, they've got some really nice photos right off the bat. They have some similar services to you. Obviously, not all of them are the same. Moving on. Okay, so a little bit about them, their services, a photo of their fleet, their accreditations. Okay, so there's actually not a whole heck of a lot going on this site. So let's talk about why it is ranking. If we look at Ahrefs, their UR and DR are relatively low. Again, this is the website's trustworthiness, and this is the website's powerfulness. So these are relatively low, which is good. It means that that particular keyword isn't super competitive and the competition isn't super stiff. And I know that wasn't necessarily your main focus, but again, we're just going over broad terms, and then in the proposal, I'll break it down into specific keywords. So looking at this, landscaping Glastonbury CT, which is probably a little far for you. Landscaping in CT, approximately 70. Landscaping companies in CT, approximately 90. If Connecticut landscaping 80, Connecticut landscapers 50. I will say that not a whole lot of people are Googling for hardscaping companies. They're looking either for a patio company or just calling a landscaper. They're not using the term hardscaping, which is why I still look into landscaping companies. So obviously this company is kind of going after general CT words and specifically Glastonbury words and a Waterbury word here. Now, if we take a look at your website's ratings, these aren't too bad. They're still a bit low in the scheme of things. There's a bit of a gap between these two. If we could get these both up to close to 6 and then up and above, that would be a great start. I should say you've already got a great start. It would be better than what you currently have. And if we look at your organic keywords, there's some that show up. So lawn fertilization CT, it still says you're past 10th place for that though. Landscaping Woodbury, okay, Waterbury, and so on. So you're still pretty far back for some of these. You are at least being found for some keywords, which is a good start. Obviously, there's very low search volume, so very low people searching for this approximately per month, but nonetheless, at least that's something you're being found for. So with this site, similar advice, we're definitely gonna want more content on there. We're gonna wanna get keywords in the content, and we're gonna up the site's power, and also some service area pages, those town pages. Hopefully this is helpful, and I look forward to speaking with you further. Take care.